But at the same time, don't let them divide you. Don't let bad things that is happening in the country divide you. Ethiopia is making progress. At the same time, sometimes it's going backward. But the only way for us to move forward together is by holding our hands together in solidarity and unity. One Ethiopia, one Ethiopians, moving forward towards the success. Regardless of who is there wanting to divide us, we know that whenever we come together, we win. We are the sons and daughters of Adwa. Our story began as a victorious. So don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Don't let nobody divide you. Don't let no politicians, don't let no policies, don't let no some gossips, don't let no news divide you. This is the journey to One Africa. Hey everybody, this is Mika and welcome back to SNOA. It's a beautiful day and I hope everybody is doing fine. How are you guys doing? Let me know in the comment section and I'll appreciate that. I'm doing great. I'm feeling great. Africa is great. You great. We great. Swahili nation is great. Everything is great. God is great. Anyways, guys, so if you're new to this family, subscribe, turn on the notification button, follow us on social media, Swahili Nation, Mika Chavala everywhere, TikTok, Instagram, X, and everywhere, Facebook, everywhere. But also, if you'd like to support us, guys, use the link in the description. It's very important, guys, for you to stand up with us. You can use Patreon, you can use PayPal, you can become a member in this family, you can use Super Chat, Super Sticker, Super Thanks. You can also purchase. We have products here. We have hoodies, we have t-shirts, we have hats, we have bags, we have cups, mugs, everything, guys, is there actually in all of our videos. You can find those products. Those are actually our products, so please purchase to support that's kind of like a way to support what we are doing as well. All right, guys, I have great news. It's rarely that we see a lot of positive news, but today I have a positive news coming straight from Ethiopia, and it'll be my honor to read this news for you guys, and then I'll get right into it. So on August 23rd, 2024, Ethiopia launched a massive environmental initiative known as the Green Legacy Initiative, aiming to plant 600 million seedlings in a single day. This event was part of a large program that has seen Ethiopia plant approximately 40 billion seedlings since 2019, focusing on reforestation, food security, soil conservation, and combating land degradation. This is good, man. The initiative saw participation from all sectors of society, including children, women, elders, teachers, soldiers, foreigners, and high officials, symbolizing a national commitment to environmental sustainability. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed led by example, planting trees in Asotsa, a region known for its natural abundance. The effort not only aimed at environmental restoration, but also at enhancing agriculture, ensuring sustainability of food production, and promoting social cohesion. Reports indicate that the survival rate of the seedling is around 86%, significantly contributing to Ethiopia's forest cover, particularly in Addis Ababa. This initiative is seen as a crucial step in addressing climate change and securing a greener future for Ethiopia. And there's a tweet here. The Prime Minister of Ethiopia actually tweeted a while back. He said, on this historical day, we have gathered in a city of Asotsa for one-day planting events in a region known for its natural abundance, minerals, wealth, and fertile lands. With the conclusion of today's event, we'll have planted around 40 billion seedling since the launching of the Green Legacy program in 2019. Of the seedling planted in the past year, 50% have been focused on food security, soil conservation, and combating land degradation. As we move forward, we must continue planting in areas like Abe River Basin to support water conservation. And there are a couple pictures here of him and his wife and some of the soldiers and some of the officials planting trees in the city of Asotsa. All right, guys, so let me how do you say, but let me rewind. Okay, let me rewind a little bit of this story. So in 2019, that's when I started Swahili Nation. I started Swahili Nation with different doing different songs, reactions of Africa. I started, of course, with motherland Tanzania. I went to Kenya, and then eventually I went to Somalia and Ethiopia. So 2019, that's when I was exposed, highly exposed to Ethiopia culture, highly exposed to Ethiopian music, Ethiopian people, and everything about Ethiopia. Back then, I had a friend, but I did not know much about Ethiopia. I tested Ethiopian food, but I was not that aware. But in 2019, that's when I fell in love. My love story between me and Ethiopia began. And since then until today, we have been very strong. We never broke up. We have been very strong. Me and Ethiopia, we have been crazy. Since then, I went to Ethiopia like 6 times. It has been amazing. But why am I sharing this? Because this is the very time that actually Ethiopia started with this green initiative as well, planting trees. And they were aiming to plant like 40 billion trees. Those are a lot of trees. Because every single day I saw here like more than 400 million. They need to plant more than 400 million trees to be able to reach to 40 billion trees. And right now, as they're planting, they're actually going to be able to reach to that goal. The point is this, that this is what caused a vision. This is the vision. How can I say? Vision, it doesn't take one day to achieve. It doesn't take 2 days to achieve. It takes years to achieve. As a matter of fact, it might take a lifetime to achieve. When this initiative came and they planted 40 billion trees, it kind of seemed like impossible. But because of the dedication and commitment of the people, as you plant every single day, you can actually attain that vision in a short period of time. 2019, now 2024, and they're actually achieving that goal. I remember back then, people, they did not really take serious, not necessarily Ethiopian, but the rest of the people. But every single year, every single time that I went to Ethiopia, I saw a change. First and foremost, in the city of this Addis Ababa. Even right now, if you go to the city of Addis Ababa, you will see that this is actually green city. There's trees everywhere. There's parks everywhere. Unit Park and Addis Ababa Park and Friendship Park. A lot of different parks, and in these parks, actually one of the parks, I think it's Unity Park, it comprises of all of the trees that are in Ethiopia. Like all of the trees from all the region, from all parts of Ethiopia, they are brought to Addis Ababa and planted in this one park. I guess it's Unity Park. If it's not Unity Park, then Addis Ababa Park or Friendship Park, yeah, between one of them. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, this was 2019, and as you know, that world, we hear these stories and these news of, you know, world undergoing through the period of climate change, and we see a lot of billionaires trying to, you know, shoot for Mars. You know, they want to secure somewhere else, like another safe universe for humanity. But I think we as human, we have a responsibility to take care of this land that God has given us. And I think Ethiopia has been in the front line leading this campaign, because Ethiopia basically is going to be the first country in the whole entire world to plant 40 billion trees in such a short period of time, and having this plan of green legacy. Because for these things, man, you don't need United Nations to ask you to do it. No, you do it for the sake of your generation. You do it for the sake of your people. You do it for the sake of our continent. So it is my call to the entire continent of Africa. Look at what is happening in Ethiopia and adapt in your country, because it is possible. You can actually decide to plant as many trees as you can in our continent to secure the next future generation. Because I want Africa to be industrialized. But you know, what do they do? What do they say? Those European Union, Americans and whatever, they say Africa is not supposed to be industrialized. Why? Because of pollution, air pollution. Let me tell you this, Africa constitutes only 3% of the world air pollution. So a lot of air pollution, you see, it's contributed by the Western countries and Asian countries, but not Africa. Africa, 3%. The continent that has more than 1.4 billion constitute only 3%. So Ethiopia is actually making a right move, because by planting a lot of trees, they can have whatever industries they want, but these trees can actually help to keep the air clean. It can actually help to refresh the air. in Ethiopia. In Korea, we say sankehada, like refreshment in the country. Why? Because of these millions and billions of trees. Guys, 40 billion trees. So what about the rest of African countries? What about the campaign of African Union? What is the plan about the green legacy in the continent? I think this should not be a legacy. This should not be action that has been taken by Ethiopia. Ethiopia is leading the way. I think the entire continent should adopt it. This is a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing to plant trees. It is the beautiful thing to secure our continent for the sake of the next generation. It is a beautiful thing to actually, industrialize our country, industrializing our country at the same time planting a lot of trees so that we can fix the problem of air pollution. We can do it, we must do it, and we must follow what Ethiopia is doing. Kudos. I love this country, man. I love this country because a lot of time, this country has been leading in actually all angles. And this is what I say all the time, in positive side and negative side as well. But today I'm talking about positive side. Stop casting your stones at me when I talk about positive things that are happening in Ethiopia, guys. Why are you guys casting your stones at me? Stop casting your stones at me. Anyways, by the way, just tell you, man, I don't feel nothing when you cast your stones. But I just want to at least to try open up your eyes, unless if you don't see that there's actually good things happening. Yes, there's bad things happening, but also there's good things happening. And something like this, that Ethiopia is on the front line of the entire world, not continent, entire world, but by an example, leading by an example to show the world what should be done. Ethiopia, kudos to you. Ethiopia, you know how much I love you. Ethiopia, you know how much you are in my heart. And it's my prayer and it's my call that as Ethiopia making one progress after another in different development sectors, in economy sector, it is my prayer and my wish that it will make progress in all other different angles as well. So many good things are happening in Ethiopia, but because of other bad things that are happening, they're covering all the truth that is happening in the country. Let me tell you this, man. You are not going to find this news on the Western media. You can't. Go find it. You cannot. Why? Because they want to focus on the negativity that is happening in the country. Because the more divided we are, the more credits they get. And we have to understand that and realize the game that the Matrix is actually playing. They want us to be divided for them to win. Divide and conquer. That's their principle. I'm not saying that you should disregard every single bad thing that is happening in our countries or your country. I'm not saying that. You should speak against it. Those things should stop. But at the same time, don't let them divide you. Don't let bad things that is happening in the country divide you. Ethiopia is making progress. At the same time, sometimes it's going backward. But the only way for us to move forward together is by holding our hands together in solidarity and unity. One Ethiopia, one Ethiopians, moving forward towards the success. Regardless of who is there wanting to divide us, we know that whenever we come together, we win. We know whenever we come together, we conquer. We know whenever we come together, we win. We are the sons and daughters of Adwa. We are the sons and daughters of victorious. Our story began as a victorious. So don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Don't let nobody divide you. Don't let no politicians, don't let no policies, don't let no some gossips, don't let no news divide you. You are doing great. You're moving forward. And I'm telling you, you will move even more farther, because there's no country in this world is not going through some hardship. No. Some of the countries, we just know more than the other countries. Do you see the news, how they cover about Ukraine, how they cover about Palestine, Iran, Israel? We kind of think like that the only countries going through troubles. No, there's actually almost all the countries in the continent, they're going through trouble. But some of them, they don't cover other countries as well. Let me tell you this, man. Perhaps even if I was not talking about Ethiopia this much, some people will never know that Ethiopia was going through something. Because people, they don't really know. So it's my call. And first of all, today, congratulations, Ethiopia, for that milestone. Reaching 40 billion trees. It's good. First, second, Africa should adapt that. African kind of green legacy should adapt that. Please do. I know that Rwanda as well is doing the same thing. So kudos to those countries as well. And I hope more countries will do that. We need to plant as many trees as we can to secure our countries, the future generation for this continent. So kudos to Ethiopia. Ethiopians, let me know in the comment section, and the world, let me in the comment section, what do you think about the progress Ethiopia is making? And let's meet in the comment section. I love reading your comments, guys. I know I don't reply to all of them, but I love reading your comments. Whenever I get time, I actually go down there to read comments. But also, you're not writing comments just for me. You're writing comments for everybody else to see your opinions on these great news that we share with you. Also, don't forget to like. Liking, it helps us to reach to as many people as we can. So if you like this video, please like. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Don't watch without subscribing. It's very important. Subscribe. I'll see you guys later.